In this rule, we're talking about the quotient rule, and a quotient just means we have a division problem. So here I have f of x divided by g of x. And to do this one's going to have a fun little rhyme to go with it as well. To find y prime, I'm going to show it to you in symbols first, and then I'll give you the little rhyme that goes with it. But to find the derivative of a quotient, you're going to do the bottom function, so g of x, times the derivative of the top function minus the top function times the derivative of the bottom function. So that should look a little bit like that product rule, just kind of undone. We have a subtraction instead. But then we're going to divide by that bottom function squared. And so that one's kind of a hard one to remember. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of rewrite this and say that this f of x, we're going to call that the high function because it's up high. And we're going to call g of x the low function because it's down low. And so the little rhyme goes like this. It says low d high, low times the derivative of the high, less high d low, all over low squared we go. So low d high less high d low, all over low squared we go. So in order to get that to rhyme, you've got to have low on the outsides all the time. So we have low, low, and low. If you switch the order and you do high D low less low D high, you can kiss all your points on the test goodbye. So don't make it rhyme with goodbye. All right, so here's how I organize my work for this type of a function. I use that low and high language. So I'm going to write it out as low and high, and then D low and D high. So in this example, my low function is 3x minus x squared. My high function is x squared minus 3. My d low function, derivative of the low, up here, derivative is 3 minus 2x. And the derivative of my high function, I get 2x, and then derivative of 3 is 0. So here we go. Low d high less high d low, all over low squared we go. Now, here's one of my hints to you. Never expand this bottom. Always just leave it in simplified, factored form like it is here. So don't ever expand that bottom one. Don't box that one out and expand it. We do, however, need to simplify this numerator. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute up here. So up here we end up with 6x squared minus 2x cubed minus, now I'm going to do a big parenthesis because I'm going to distribute here. Again, you can box this if that's easier for you. It's totally up to you. I'm going to just do FOIL. So x squared times 3 is 3x squared minus 2x cubed minus 9 plus 6x. Now I can see, this is why I put the big parenthesis here. I have this little subtraction sitting out front. Now, first off, I don't want to forget that I do have a bottom that I'm going to just keep writing in, never expanding. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute this negative, and then I'll combine my like terms. So minus 3x squared plus 2x cubed plus 9 minus 6x. So now combine my like terms. I have a 6x squared and a negative 3x squared, but first I can see I've got x cubes. The nice thing is those just canceled out. Negative and a positive 2, they're gone. So 6x squared minus 3x squared, we get 3x squared minus 6x, and then plus 9. And I can leave it just like that. I know I could take a 3 out of all of these terms up on top, but you don't need to. So that would be our final answer.